What's up? Hello, hello, TBC. What's going on? Hey, there's a lot of new people that have joined us. Welcome to this community, the TBC True Blue community. It just feels good to be around true blue people. I don't know what true blue means to you, where you're from. True blue is you get what you see. Honest, it is what it is. Roll up your sleeves and make amazing things happen. That's what's going on over here in this community, and I'm excited every day to be a part of this community. We do these calls weekly, and we hope to inform, we hope to train, teach, inspire you guys inside this group. I'm excited for this call. There's some things we share today that will positively have an impact in your future with the company. So let's get this thing rolling. We just did a virtual training a couple days ago. In the chat, I would love to get some feedback from you guys in the chat on the virtual training. Let us know if you were on it. Let us know your favorite part. Let us know what you would like to see. We will go back and look through all the comments and make some notes. The only way we get better is with your feedback. So I think this thing, we crushed it. I think it was so good. We meaning the TBC. We had great information shared. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of those that participated, all the hands behind the scenes. I absolutely love that the software is solid. Like not once have I heard of malfunctions with the software. Every once in a while I'll hear I didn't get my email, or I didn't, where's the link? Usually it's human error. They put in the email wrong or something like that. But I just love it when you say you're going to do something and you put things in place and they happen. It's powerful. So anyway, those things happen every Saturday. Why did I just say that? Every month on Saturday at 10 a.m., with the exclusion of months that corporate's doing an event. So that's why I'm bringing this up. Next month, there will be no virtual training because we have global convention in San Antonio. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. But no virtual training for October, but that doesn't mean there shouldn't be a training. It would be fantastic for you to come out of convention, okay, if you're going to convention, and train your team on some of the things you've learned. And there's three basic activities. I'm going to keep hitting this over and over and over because I think we've overcomplicated this profession. It's really simple. Number one, tell the story every week. Have you told the LifeVantage story this week? I know it's Monday, so think last week. It means, did you do a presentation? Did you sit down and tell someone the story, right? Not the product story, the story, right? The LifeVantage story. And if you haven't, work towards that. Maybe you're brand new and you're like, I'm not presenting yet. I understand. But attend one. Like every week, you should either be, the words should be coming out of your mouth telling the LifeVantage story, or you should be watching with guests having the LifeVantage story told so that you can grow your business, right? That's how we add people to our business. Number two is how we start multiplying our business. We multiply our business by teaching people how to tell the story. And there's a number of ways we can do that, from the actual presentation to some people don't know how to use Zoom. Some people don't know how to make a PowerPoint. Some people don't know enough about the science or the comp plan to do the presentation. So you could do, if your team is wanting to present, but they really don't know the comp plan yet, you could do a training just on the comp plan to help people move one step further to doing their own presentation. So step number one is the story needs to be told every week. Step number two is you have to teach people how to tell the story at least once a month, at least. And when I say you have to teach, again, it's, if you're new, you need to attend a training and watch. But if you've been around for a little bit, these phases also come with pay increases. Okay. If you're not doing a presentation yet, you're probably never going to make as much money from LifeVantage as the people who are doing presentations. Like, it would be rare if you could make more money than those folks. Okay. And if you're not training people yet, you're attending them, then it would be really rare that you're making more money at LifeVantage than the people that are actually training the trainers. Okay. So, number one, I'm going to keep this simple. The LifeVantage story needs to be told every week. Number two, you teach people how to tell the story. Okay. Teaching people how to do that. That means sooner or later they're presenting, and that means you're telling the story every week and they're telling the story every week. That's multiplication. That becomes fire. You want to know how my wife and I have 150,000 ID numbers? It's not because of us. It's because we told the story every week, and then we trained people how to tell the story every week, and then they train people, and they train people, and they train people, and voila. The third step is events. Getting to events or putting the events on. There is no bigger event than convention. If you're serious about this business, make sure you're at convention. There's still time. I mean, it doesn't start tomorrow. There's still time to get to convention. And it's a game changer, because events is where people make decisions to spend more time in their LifeVantage business. And that's all this is. It's time. I don't have 25 hours. I don't, God didn't magically give me an extra hour to dedicate to my LifeVantage business. So I have to cut that hour out of my 24 hours. You and I have the same 24 hours. And oh, by the way, once upon a time when I started this business, I had 6 corporations with 2 babies in diapers. Okay. So we all started at scratch. No team. I'd never done this. No team, busy as all get out. So events is what changed me. I went to an event and I was like, oh, this is big. This isn't like a little bit of money. This is like a big thing I've got my hands on. And we went all in. We went all in, right? It doesn't mean I spent 24 hours of my day. I went all in. I got obsessed with what this could be for my family. Obsession is good if you're obsessed about the right things. It's not good. Like, you guys know, I'm going to say it over and over and over and over. My faith is number 1. My family is number 2. LifeVantage is number 3. And I'm obsessed about all 3 of them. I'm flat out obsessed. In fact, when I get challenges, I get more obsessed. I don't get frustrated. I get fascinated in all 3 of those things. I don't get frustrated with my faith or my beliefs when things happen, because things happen, right? And it's just like, death is one of the craziest things in the world to deal with, right? So it doesn't frustrate me. I get fascinated. Of course, in the family, like, I got teenagers, I got a wife, and they got a husband and a dad, and like, we frustrate each other. But it makes me amp up, right? And then in my business, the exact same way. And so those are the 3 things, guys. Tell the story every week. Train people how to tell the story every month, and attend events and or put the events on yourself. That's it. That's the cycle that will make your wildest dreams come true at this company and in this profession. So let's just jump right into convention while we're on it. I'm going to skip around a little bit on my notes. San Antonio, it's a few days out. We are going to have a fantastic job. Fantastic time. I was thinking, this is going to be a unique event for me, because I really don't have huge responsibilities at this event, which I'm so grateful for. So that extra time that I'm going to have, I am going to invest in you guys, the people that are at convention, and I'm going to have a blast. I am going to be smiling from ear to ear. I am going to be getting up early and staying up late. I promise you, if you come find me, we're going to have a good time. I'm going to have a blast every minute of the day that I'm there. I'm going to be reinvesting in you guys. I'm going to be connecting you guys with people you haven't met yet, trying to get you connected with the right people so that you can grow your business. And San Antonio is To date, it is my favorite city that LifeVantage goes to for events. We've had two there, and my memory serves me right. They've been epic, epic events. That Riverwalk is so cool. And I'm just saying, Saturday night, I'm just gonna call it. Saturday night is gonna be a blast. It is going to be. Every night's gonna be good. Saturday night's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have a good time there. Just a little note: before Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, corporate is giving us an opportunity. I know I'm talking fast, and I'm just amped up today. Um, they're giving us an opportunity to spend some time with our teams one-on-one. And so we've got a room reserved in the convention center for us to do some fun stuff with the team. So the plan is 90 minutes or so, maybe upwards of 2 hours, no more than 2 hours, to do some fantastic fun recognition and learning together. We want to recognize your hard work. We want to recognize the people that made the efforts to be there. And we want you to get to know some of the leaders on this team so you can connect with them in person, get their cell phone numbers, connect with them in social media so that you guys can learn and work with one another in the future, as well as some power training we're going to do different than most all of you have ever seen. It's going to be really fun. Then we'll break, get some food, and then head out for some festivities. Corporate's doing stuff all through the nights there, because it's convention. Like, this is a big deal. We won't have another convention for 18 months. So nothing in 2024. It will be the spring of 25 when we have our next global convention. So it's going to be really, really good. Now, one little more announcement before we get to some training on the call. You guys know Evolve, the comp plan, is in full swing in the US, Australia, and Japan. I got some exciting news today about Evolve and collagen for the other markets. It's no longer a secret. The cat's kind of out of the bag for some people. You guys, collagen is getting it for Mexico full launch at convention. Like, if you want to see some excited people, go to Congreso Latino, where this launch is happening. Because when you get Spanish people excited, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Be it that collagen is launching for Mexico. It's going to be fantastic. And that should give all of the rest of you, Canada, Europe, that should be really, really encouraging to you, that things are already popping off with collagen and Evolve. It's really, really cool what's happening. And so on that note, we are in the month of September, but what you may not know is we are now full plan with Evolve. So those in the US market, those in Australia, Japan, we are full plan, which means it is the way it was always intended to be now, with leg requirements and ranks and all these things and the perks that come with them. Okay. So one of the difficult things for the company is that they couldn't hardly plan events for 2024 based on rank, because it's only now in September that things are full plan for rank. Okay. So super important you guys hear what I'm telling you. Make sure your teams are tagged in this. In fact, if you're listening closely, just in the comments, just give me a 1. Type a 1 in the comments if you're listening closely. That way, when I scroll through all the comments, I'll know who was paying attention. Whatever rank you hit, your highest rank that you hit in September, October, November, or December, those 4 months, the highest rank you hit is the rank you will be recognized all through 2024 for all of the perks, all of the special calls, all of the gifts, all of the everything. Okay. So stretch is what I'm telling you. Like, get after it. Because obviously every rank, the next rank will come with greater compensation, greater gifts, greater rewards, greater training, greater exposure to what this company is doing. So 1 month. It's a little different for the presidentials. They have to hit it twice, so 2 of those 4 months. But for the rest of you, every rank other than presidential, 1 month will qualify you. So if you're wanting to be a managing consultant, one, stretch, because that's going to put your foot in the door for 2024. And those that want to be executives, my goodness, there's some great stuff right at your fingertips early in 2024 if you will hit executive one time in September, October, November, or December. So I hope I was really clear with that announcement and all the other announcements. Okay, let's get into kind of some meat of this call. We know social media is a powerful, powerful way to meet people and to start conversations. But so many people have a misconception of how to use social media in network marketing. We affectionately call it posting and praying. Like, they'll spend all this time putting out this post, and then they're like, oh, please let that get a customer. Please let me get a consultant. That is not how it works. You do not put a post out and someone message you and go, hey, I want to be a customer. Now, does that happen sometimes? Yes. Does it happen the first time you post? Probably not, but maybe. I don't know. You guys, you cannot post and think that is all that's required to building this business. A big missing piece to a lot of people's understanding what social media is that what you put on social media is simply supposed to be good enough, create enough curiosity that someone will either like it or comment. If they like or comment, that is a lead. You guys hear about lead generation all the time. Lead generation. I can, hundreds of people at your fingertips all the time. You're like, oh, that sounds good. Guys, you can do that with social media. Maybe not at the beginning. You won't get 100 likes or 100 comments, but if you get 1 like or 1 comment, that is a lead. And that could potentially be a customer or a consultant. It's gold. And also know, if you're using stories, which you should, you guys should be putting 4 or 5 stories up a day. Fortunately, Instagram and Facebook, they let you know who's watching those stories. Go in and physically, I do, write the names down of the people watching your stories. And that can be hundreds of leads. So what I'm telling you is what you put out on social media is for attraction marketing. It's not really going to get you the results you want. It's to start the conversations. Most of you are getting likes and comments, and you're like, no one's messaged me and said, I want to be a customer. Because it doesn't work that way. You have to prospect. That's the next part of this conversation. Now, how do you prospect? You take all those leads and you message them. Maybe thank them for just liking or commenting. Maybe go on their page and look a little bit of what they're about, be a human, and then message them. Like, hey, thanks for being on my feed. I was on your feed and I saw the cutest picture of your grandbaby. Or I saw your dog, whatever. Start the conversation so that eventually you can ask the question. The ask, like, are you open to an opportunity? Or are you happy with your current health? Are you looking for solutions? Depending on where the conversation, please don't just throw that out there. That'd be awkward. Like, the second message should not be, are you looking for an opportunity? Okay. If that's what you're doing, time out, stop, go back and watch all the trainings we've done in the past on social media. But just know, guys, that putting the post out is just to give you a lead so that you can start the messaging and the conversations, and you need to prospect. So when you write all those names down, You know, Ray Higdon talked about how he built his business, and he built it by getting, I think you said 20 no's a day. And you may think, how in the world does he know that many people? How can he get 20 no's in a day? Like, where does he get all these names? I just told you. Make posts that are good enough to create engagement and get 20 viewers on your stories. Now you got 20 people you can potentially ask. Are you interested? Get 20 likes or loves. Now you've got 20 people, and write the names down. Like, okay, it's Monday, the 18th of September, and here are my 20 likes and loves, and write it down. Do something, because how in the world are you going to remember the names, remember the likes? I mean, there needs to be a system, right, for you. And so don't post and pray. That doesn't work. Post and prospect. Post and message. That works. And get enough people in the funnel so that you are, I can promise you, if you guys start getting 20 no's a day and you carry that through the end of this year, you will be a rank that you like the rank that you're wanting to be qualified at. Get you and your team doing that behavior, and you're really going to like the results that you're going to get from this. It is a powerful, powerful way to do this business, but most people are just relying on attraction marketing. And that's not at all what social media is about. Not for the people having success. They are using attraction marketing to get the lead so they can have the message and have the conversation so that they can prospect them, so they can ask the question. That's the way it works on social media. So anyway, just wanted to bring that to mind. And I wanted to close this thing out. My dog is behind me. This dude loves this spot. I'm going to let him say hello to you guys. Okay. His name is Bentley. What's up, pup? Whoa. Hello, everybody. I like to sit behind my dad all day. Okay. Anyway, I get like, and my lower back starts hurting. I'm like, why is my lower back hurting? It's because this dude's back there all the time. All right. My vision for you guys. Sorry about the Bentley distraction. I'm on, like, my brain's on fire today. My vision for all of you is that I can assist you being in a better financial position next month than you were this month, and next year than you were this year. That's my goal. We do it by helping you become a well-rounded network marketer, talented, skill-based, leadership-based, all these things, right? But the end goal is that I help you get rid of financial anxiety and put you in a better place financially. Now, there's all kinds of ways to earn money, but I've done this long enough to know the way to put you in the best place financially. And I'm going to stay on the rails. I don't want to get off the rails. I'm going to stay on the rails on this thing. There's a number of ways to do it. Obviously, rank advancing is helping you. But I just want you guys to know that's my vision for you. That's why you should show up on these calls, and why your team should show up on these calls. Because if you go to your team and say, hey guys, would it be cool if you're in a better financial position next year than this year? They're all going to say yes. Would it be cool if you're making more money next month than this month? They're all going to say yes. And I accomplish this for you a number of different ways. And one of the ways that I've been kind of teaching lately, and I want to do it here, and I'm going to do it a lot on social media, is with our taxes. Now you're thinking, what in the world is he talking about? You should be equally excited if I could help you make an extra $1,000 in your pocket this year, like between now and the end of this year. If I said to you, hey, would you like me to help you earn an extra $1,000 in LifeVantage? You'd all say yes, because that $1,000 you get to use. But if I help you with $1,000 on your taxes, it's still $1,000 that's in your pocket that you get to use. If that $1,000 is either going to go to the government for them to choose how to use, or for you to put in your pocket and you choose how to use. I know the answer, what's better for you. So here's the thing. And I know a lot of you that are on here in Canada, Australia, there is a law in the US, okay? And stick with me if you're in another country, stick with me. There's a law in the US, in the tax code. The tax code is 280-A, 280A. It's called the Augusta rule. Some accountants call it the Augusta loophole. I like that when it comes to taxes. Loophole makes it sound like it's illegal and you shouldn't be doing it. So I don't call it a loophole because it's in the tax code. It's not a loophole. It's just a tactic. Simply put is this, guys. You can rent your home out to a corporation for business meetings. What do we do when we do home meetings? That's a business meeting. And I want you guys to host. If you will host 2 meetings in your home before now and the end of the year, there is no doubt in my mind that renting a room in your town would cost at least $500. I was talking to Tori Hill this morning in Houma, small city, South Louisiana. She said $600 to rent the room. Okay. Well, if Tori, not if, she's going to, when she does the home meeting in her house, she can charge her corporation $600. And the tax law says that $600 that her corporation now pays her to rent her house is 100% tax free. The moment Tori finishes that meeting, she's put $600 in her bottom line. Like if she got a bunch of customers and earned $600 in commissions, like she sold, well, I don't know the math right off the top of my head, but she would have to sell thousands of dollars of NRF2 and collagen to earn $600 that night. And it's the exact same $600 in her pocket, selling nothing and just using the tax code that's at her fingertips. See, my purpose for you is to put you in a better financial position next week and next month than you were this week and last month. Does that make sense? That's why you're on these calls, guys. I'm flipping the script. Like, it's time, like the games are over as far as my intentions of what I want for you. When I say the games, sometimes I'm really soft-spoken around the business. In the last few years, there's been this big push for customers, and I'm happy about that. And I'm happy that a lot of people are earning more money than they've ever made with Evolve. It's incredible for my Canadians and my friends in Mexico and EU, Europe. Guys, Evolve is insane how good it is, okay? However, if you get customers, it requires you getting customers the next month and the next month and the next month. If you will build a sales force, that's step 2, right? I told you there's 3 steps. Tell the story, teach people how to tell the story. If you will do step 2, if you will build a sales force that will tell the story, this company will pay you for decades, not for a hot minute in this flash in the pan opportunity, not for the latest and greatest thing. Oh, I'm making a bunch of money over here thing. This thing has paid me for over a decade, a lot of you. And that's what you guys want. You guys want to build something that's solid. You don't want to keep rebuilding, rebuilding, and rebuilding. That's work, and it's not necessary. I'm kind of flipping the script on my messages a little bit because my goal for you is to put you in a better financial position than you were before. That's my goal. And I'm going to do it by helping you build your network marketing business. I'm going to help you do it with what I think are very smart, tactical, formulated investments and how you should be putting your money in. If you guys are not paying attention, we're having big conversations around high yield savings accounts right now. If you don't know where those conversations are happening, ask somebody. Okay. And I'm trying to help you with your taxes. I'm trying to help put money in your bottom line. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys tonight, because at the end of the day, if I can help you guys fix some money problems and then I can help other people do that, this thing becomes huge. I mean, that's a powerful message that you can share with people. I mean, you need to be a part of this community, the TBC, because these guys are like literally put $600 in my pocket with me just doing one thing one night. Like I made $600 in a night by doing one thing. Like you're new consultants, guys. You're new consultants. If they've got a corporation, can do this. If they don't have a corporation, you're going to have to talk to your accountant. All of you should talk to your accountant. But anyway, and as far as my Canadians and my people in Europe and my people in Australia, you're like, well, what about that tax law? I don't know if it's here. Here's the deal, guys. Money works the same all over the world. And I can promise you, the rich people in Canada, the rich people in Australia, rich people in Europe, they're going to stay rich because the laws are written, tax laws and business law is written by the rich for the rich. You just have to watch the cheese. When the cheese moves, you need to be paying attention. Don't just do what everybody else does because everybody else does it. Okay? That's not what the rich did. And I can go on and on and on about this, but it's really, really simple. Rich people are not going to go broke. It's just not going to happen. You just need to repeat the behaviors that rich people repeat. That Augusta rule, it was written for the people who live in Augusta, Georgia. Do you know what happens in Augusta, Georgia? The biggest golfing tournament in the world, the Masters, okay? And there were a bunch of rich people that got together and said, hey, can we write a law where we can rent our home? And that's so Coca-Cola comes to town and Apple and Google, and they rent their homes for thousands and thousands of dollars a day. And they thank you, put that money in their pocket. That's what I want for you. Go do some home meetings. In fact, in the US, you can do 14 in a year. Go do 14 home meetings and multiply that times $500 or $1,000, because that's what's on the table. I'm over time, 2 minutes. You guys, it has been a fantastic week last week. I'm looking forward to this week. I hope I didn't miss anything. I kind of feel like right now I've missed something. Check Boards. Boards has the training. We're cutting it up and put it in a little segment. So pay attention to Boards. The launch guide's in there. If you don't know what the launch guide is, then start there. And I'll see you guys next week.